and welcome to Congressman Phil Gingrey's This Week in Washington for the first episode, if you will, for the second session of the 111th Congress. It's the week of January 2010, and we are back in Washington now. First of all, I want to say to everybody in the 11th Congressional District of Georgia, Northwest Georgia, and my 9 counties that I have the privilege of representing, I hope you had a blessed Christmas and looking forward to a prosperous and a happy new year. And indeed, it is my pleasure to continue to represent you and be your voice here in Washington. Speaking of that, certainly as a part of the minority, as a Republican member, it is a little frustrating that we have not been able to be involved in the health care bill in the way that the President said that he would welcome any and every idea and opinion and open his doors. Well, I think most of you know, if you've been watching and reading about what's going on now, there's been a bill passed in the Senate on so-called health care reform. A bill as well passed in the House of Representatives. In fact, it passed back in just before Thanksgiving. The Senate bill passed on Christmas Eve. But those two bills have to be merged. And here we are leading up to that process. And the Democratic majority and the President have still kept the minority party, those of us who represent you, shut out. And it's been very difficult to be your voice when we can't get a seat at the table. Well, thank goodness for C-SPAN. I hope many of you watch the proceedings of the Congress, both the House and the Senate, on C-SPAN when you get the opportunity to do that. But it would be wonderful if the C-SPAN cameras could be in the room as those conferees from the House and the Senate debate the changes in the final bill on health care reform that the President would then sign into law. I think that Brian Lamb, the President and CEO of C-SPAN, has written a letter to President Obama and said, look, for goodness sakes, let us be in the room so the American people can see this, so they can know what's going on, so they can watch with their eyes and listen with their ears and connect the dots and understand the good, the bad, and the ugly. Unfortunately, there's a lot of ugly in this bill, and I think for that reason the majority party and the President really don't want any cameras in the room. It would put the light of day, wouldn't it, on the Louisiana Purchase, and the Nebraska Compromise, and the Connecticut giveaway, and the Orange Crush that was given to the state of Florida. I mean, on and on and on. These things are happening. The cost of this bill is going to go through the roof. It's going to be way over $1 trillion, and the American people need to know that. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to tell you that we're still fighting, and I think that this bill could be improved drastically. I would love to see us start over with a clean sheet of paper and do something that doesn't cost $1 trillion in job losses, in taxation, in the gutting of Medicare, in the probably unconstitutional act of forcing people under the penalty of law to buy a health insurance product that they can't afford, especially our young people. So, I've got lots of ideas on this. I've shared them with you in the past, and I'll continue to try to keep you posted. And I want you to stay tuned. I want you to continue to contact my office, and we're ready, willing, and able, both from here in Washington and when I get back into the district, to continue to try to keep you informed, because there's nothing like that ray of sunshine. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.